Hello ladies and gentlebeans. About a week ago, I was contacted by GAOMON asking me to review one of their tablets. I was really surprised since I had less than 7,000 subscribers when they asked me, and I thought only bigger YouTubers got asked. So obviously I said yes. Big thanks to GAOMON for taking interest in little baby channel like mine. So I exchanged my info with them so they could ship the tablet to me, and a couple of days after that they sent the tablet on its merry way. GAOMON is a Chinese company, so I expected the tablet to take a few weeks to ship. But 3 days after I gave my address to them, the tablet comes through my door. Immediately I opened it up to this really nice white box. On the back of the box we have the features, including a pen with 2048 levels of pressure, a 10 by 6.5 inch drawing area, and I don't know what the other stuff means. The top had this really soft lining on the inside that felt oddly nice, and the tablet itself was gorgeous. My Wacom Bamboo was quite old, so it was nice to see a new tablet staring at me. Obviously, you have the card that tells you where to download the drivers. This very pretty tablet also has rubber things on the back to keep it in place. There's also the pen, which came with a little cap and also has a charging port on the back. In the box, there's also this cute little felt pouch that contains a nib remover and a lot of extra nibs. There's also one of those drawing gloves for keeping dead skin off your tablet, and of course a quick start guide that also contains the warranty. And finally, there are 2 wires, one for the pen and one for the tablet. With everything out of the box, it's time to test this little beauty out. I sold my Cintiq like a year ago to buy an iPad Pro, so whenever I've had to draw at my computer, I use my old rinky-dink Wacom Bamboo pen. I don't even think they sell this model anymore. It worked just fine, but now I got this shiny new GAOMON tablet. My old Bamboo didn't have any buttons on it, and this has 12! And there are 16 soft keys along the top, which I'll get into in a bit. Because I'm so used to screen tablets, the accuracy of my drawings might need some practice, but all the art you see in this video will be made with this tablet. First, let's talk about the pen. It's got 2048 levels of pressure sensitivity and is rechargeable. I know that 8,000 is the current standard for pen pressure, but honestly you can't tell the difference. It felt good to draw with, so 2,000 is fine for me. I know a lot of people don't like battery-powered pens on screen tablets, but for graphic tablets, it's honestly fine. It doesn't affect the line quality as far as I've noticed. It says on the website that it stays charged for 350 hours. I don't know if I'll ever test this because I have a compulsive habit of charging things whenever I don't use them, except my Xbox remote. It is never not dead. Right, so I've talked about what's in the box and the pen. Now I can get on with some straightforward pros and cons. Pros. It feels really good to draw on. The pen tip is a little bit springy and I thought that was going to bother me when I first tried it, but it's honestly fine. It doesn't affect my drawing, so I could just focus on the actual feel of the nib and the tablet surface, which is really nice. The surface has just the right amount of tooth so the pen isn't ice skating around. So there's a sense of control there. I would definitely say the surface is better than my old Bamboo tablet, which is a lot smoother than my liking. The size. It's also a lot bigger than my old tablet. It's easier to be more accurate with the bigger tablet, and it also fits on the desk really nicely, so that's cool. The driver. It was really quick to install. I just installed it and opened Clip Studio Paint and the pen pressure worked. The buttons. I really love buttons on tablets. I like to have a lot of shortcuts when I can, and not having the ability on my old tablet or even on my iPad is kind of annoying. So I was happy to test out a tablet that had so many buttons. I probably need to label them so I don't lose track. Also, this is like a really weird thing to appreciate, but the shortcuts that were pre-programmed into the buttons were actually really helpful right out of the box. The price. I was sent this tablet for free, but of course if I was going to review it for other people, I felt like it was a good thing to mention. It's very cheap. It's only £50. I wonder why I've been talking about my old Bamboo tablet so much. It's because it was about the same price, maybe even more than this tablet when it came out. Since they don't make this model anymore, I can't easily find the old price, but from what I remember / what I can find online, it's about 50 to 68 pounds. And that tablet was smaller and had no express keys on it. I'm kind of jealous of all the options new artists have now. When I was starting out, it was Wacom or nothing basically, but £50 for this GAOMON is more than reasonable, and it feels like it's gonna last a couple years. But of course, nothing is perfect, so to balance out this video, I gotta list some cons. The buttons. This is just a nitpick, but the buttons don't feel super great to press down. It'll probably get better with use, and it's also probably because I have hands of steel, so I'm a bit worried that if I press too too hard, it'll just yeet out of existence. Also, the soft keys at the top are a bit fickle. They work, but you need to press down on them with a pen nib at just the right place for them to work. So I kinda need to break focus to just stare at the soft key so I don't accidentally press something else. This is also something that I'll probably get used to the more I use it. Remember, I don't draw on my computer a lot. And this isn't a huge issue either. I mean, there's already 12 physical keys, and that's plenty for me until I get more used to the soft keys. The size. Okay, I did list this as a pro, and it being a con is completely up to preference and your personal setup. And this also isn't a drawing con either. Drawing with this size feels great. My only problem is that because my monitor is quite big and all the toolbars along the side are kind of far from where my hand rests, it's kind of tiring to switch between tools. Again, this isn't even a con that applies to everyone, because it could be just because my screen is big, and even then I could probably use the workout while drawing. The button on the pen. Right, so the pen itself is really good, but the button on the pen doesn't actually work. I mean, it does, you can click it. So the pen comes with 2 buttons, but you can only really program them as the same thing because it's kind of glitchy. So I mapped the pen button to be undo, but because I think the button is just a little bit loose in the pen, it reads it as multiple clicks, so it would undo multiple things. And it got annoying to the point where I just turned the buttons off the pen, because I have enough buttons on the tablet anyway, so I don't really need the buttons on the pen. Nothing world-ending, it's just a matter of workflow adjustment. Also, the pen doesn't have tilt, which only matters as a con to some people. When I was starting out, I didn't really care about tilt support, and I don't even think my Bamboo has it either, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, this isn't really a con, but I did have some troubles with the driver a little bit, but the fix is really easy. All you need to do is open up the tablet driver and click Administration Privileges, and that fixes everything, whether the pen is not working or the pen pressure isn't working. I found it fixes it for me. I think that's all the cons I have. Overall, I really like this tablet though. Messing around with it when I first got it, trying to get used to it, it kind of relit a spark of creativity that I've been struggling with this summer. Which is why I friggin' banged out the script for this review the day I got the tablet. Drawing with it feels really good, and I don't know how I can state my appreciation for GAOMON for this chance, and this tablet. I really do recommend it, especially for beginners. It's a lot better than my first tablet. Oh, how far we've come as a species. I'll leave links in the description if you'd like more info on GAOMON and their tablets. Thanks for watching this review, ladies and gentle beans, and I'll see you next time.